by Desjardins. Gets it over to Bate. She fends on her shot, and Brittany Smith there for the Furies. Well, you heard Tessa Bonhomme talk in that first intermission about Toronto needing to pick up their intensity, looking a little sluggish here off the draw, and there's a goal. First one of the game. Dominique Thibault goes 5-hole along the ice, and I'm going to guess that Sammy Jo Small really never saw that puck because she never got down at all. She was on her feet the whole time, and it really didn't look like much of a shot from Thibault, but keep an eye on her 86 in white. You see her dig the puck out of the corner. A little bit of traffic in front. I don't know. Small just didn't particularly react well to that one. I guess that's the case because it's Anne-Sophie Bate in the box as well with Vanessa Davidson. So 2 minutes of 5-on-3 power play here for the Furies. Kohanchuk to Bonhomme. Back to Kohanchuk. Back to Bonhomme. They step in from the point. Centering pass, and it's in! Bit of an awkward play. Baldwin was looking for Prévost. Not sure if it ever got to Prévost or if it went off a Montreal player and in, but it takes Toronto just 17 seconds on the 5-on-3 power play advantage to tie this up, and let's have a look at this goal. Nice work at the points by Kohanchuk and Bonhomme. As you see them, they slowly work their way in. They shrink the zone for Montreal, and let's have a look there. Tough to see who that goes off of into the goal. I don't think Toronto will really care who gets credit for it because they've tied this game up on the Baldwin with the puck now for Toronto. She skates it side of the goal, looking for the centering pass. They jam away, and they score! Oh, Heron had no idea where the puck was. She was expecting it to come out the other side of the goal, but it got jammed up behind the net. Ends up on the stick of Janelle Kohanchuk. And with 7:02 left in the third period, the Toronto Furies have their first lead of the game. Here's how it all broke down. Look at Alyssa Baldwin. She tries the centering pass. Good persistence. She stays with it. The backhand pass, and you see Heron. She was already on the other side of the goal waiting for the wraparound. Shibate with the puck for Montreal. Back to the point. Chartrand for Vaillancourt. 5:45 left in the third. 1 minute left in the power play for Montreal. Chartrand shot, scores! Lots of traffic in front of Small, and that time the shot from the point, blocker side beats her, and the sleeping giant is definitely awake now. The Montreal bench coming to life. They score an equalizing goal on the power play. We're all tied up at 2, and let's have a look at that goal. Great pass, and you see Chartrand unleash the one-timer. So much traffic in front of Sammy Jo Small. You might see a few extra folks in attendance for that event. But again, the Clarkson Cup coming up March 18th to 22nd in Markham, Ontario. Get your tickets at CWHL.ca. That shot from the point was saved, but they battled for the puck, and now it's in. Oh, a sloppy play. Toronto unable to cover up defensively, and there you're seeing the life of the Montreal Stars come to the forefront. Don't want to overuse it, but the Giant has been awoken. They were really sluggish throughout most of this game, but this third period, they've started to assert their dominance, and it looks like Thibault has her second of the game here. Just a scrambly play, and that may have even gone off the skate of Smith before going in. Tough. 8 seconds left now. Time becoming an issue for the Furies. They're not going to be able to tie this one up. It's going to be the Montreal Stars with a comeback win. 2 unanswered goals en route to a 3-2 win. And a big 4 points for the Montreal Stars. They'll increase their lead in the standings. Now 40 points on the year. Toronto unable to capitalize on the 4-point game. They'll remain tied with the Boston Blades at 20 points apiece. Well, what a finish to that game as the Zamboni goes behind us. A comeback 3-2 victory for the Montreal Stars. And even though you didn't get any points, no question, Catherine Heron, a huge part of that game. I want to start off by asking you about that glove hand because you made about 4 saves there, which I'm sure the Toronto players couldn't believe you made those saves. You must work on that glove hand pretty frequently.
Well, I do the regular stuff, but like I saw the puck really well today. I know they wanted to put a lot of puck on net and get some rebounds, so I knew they were gonna come hard at me. So just to keep the puck when it's there.
That 5-on-3 power play for Toronto in the second period. You guys let up the first goal just 17 seconds in, but after that you really shut them down. How important was the rest of that penalty kill to the team?
I think it was a turning point because we had a pretty good first period, and the second period we didn't start as well as we wanted, and then the 5-on-3 got them the momentum. But I think we have a pretty good team. We know like it's not the first time we came from behind, and we know like that was the tying goal, I think. But like we know we can always come back or get the lead, so I'm pretty confident about my players, so it's easy to play like that.
Yeah, Vanessa Davidson spoke with us in the second intermission, and she said the confidence that we know we're good enough when we play as a team. When we play individual, we're maybe not as effective. That third period, I think, Montreal, you played a pretty complete team game.
Yeah, I think that was the major point for us today, was to play as a team. Like we know we can play together, like no matter what the roster is, how many players we have on the ice. We know everyone can do their job, and everyone has a single role to play, and I think when we play every role good, it's the best.
Montreal is obviously a team that had quite a few Olympians in Sochi. I'm curious, have you talked to any of the girls since they've come back from Sochi?
I didn't have the chance to talk to them. I know a couple of girls saw them this week because they had a pretty busy week, but I didn't have the chance to see them. But I think this week they're gonna come around and see us, so I'm looking forward.
Yeah, and I'll be curious to hear, because obviously quite a few of the Canadian girls on that team, but on the flip side, Julie True with the Americans, it just shows the elevation and the heartbreak. I mean, for True, that must have been very difficult to go through.
Yeah, I haven't spoke to her either, and I wanted like to leave her like
Give her some time.
exactly. But I hope she comes, and I'm looking really forward to see her. I think I'm more excited about seeing her than the others. I don't know.
Well, she's definitely a big part of the Montreal Stars, and of course the Clarkson Cup coming up later this month in Markham. Have you within the room, has the team talked about it? Has Coach Brunette talked about the approach heading into the Clarkson Cup at all?
I think today was a pretty good show of what we're going to see at the Clarkson Cup, like two teams competing until the end, and really high-level hockey. I think we knew it was a big game for us. It was a big game for them too, and we're looking forward to seeing them at the Clarkson Cup as well.
Well, the scouting report for you is definitely don't go glove side. You are too good on that glove hand. Catherine, thank you very much for your time, and congratulations on the win.
Thank you very much.
Well, that's the final from today at the MasterCard Centre in Toronto, Ontario. The Montreal Stars 3-2 winners over the Toronto Furies. Once again, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later this month at the Clarkson Cup in Markham, Ontario. I'm Nico Cardarelli. Thanks for watching. Take care.